Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.
Live from the Trap Music Museum, Big Bank, DJ Scream, Baby J. We here, we team Big Facts, and today we're welcoming for a very important conversation. The one and only Dr. Travis Barber has joined us.
Yes.
Big Facts. Welcome, my brother. How you feeling today?
Feeling wonderful.
Feeling wonderful?
Yes, sir.
So let's start by giving everybody a little background on what you do in the community, how you got to that point. We know you also spent some time incarcerated, and then, obviously you turned that negative into a positive. So just talk to the people, give them a little bit of background on yourself.
The background, high school football star, college dropout, full scholarship, Georgia Southern University.
Okay. Stayed
1 year, came home, still addicted to the fame, name in the paper and everything. So I started fighting the dogs, meeting all the dope boys. And from there, capping the jug, and then my man came through, dropped me off a load, and wasn't no looking back from there. End up catching a murder case in character that I didn't commit. Ended up getting convicted. Got sentenced to 20 years, served 10 in and 10 on paper. So I got out in 2012.
So was it during your incarceration that you envisioned like writing a book, helping the community, getting out and help? Was it that vacation that allows you to get your mind right to do everything you're doing now?
That vacation put me on a new pivotal, being away from my own sons and seeing so many young black boys coming through them walls and looking like my own kids. Yeah, I just had a deep passion to become the father to them boys that I wanted a man to be to my kids on the street.
So let me ask you this. Just going back to, you said that you served 10 years, you had to do 10 years on paper. How hard was it for you to stay out of trouble for those 10 years that you had on paper so that you wouldn't go back?
It was hard just for the minor infraction, just knowing that somebody could make a phone call and say that Trap did this, or Trap said that, or Trap hit me. And I'm going to have to go back to jail, go down the road for 2 years to prove my innocence.
Until they sorted out and all that kind of shit.
That was it. I really had to choose my friends and places wisely.
Yeah.
Damn. So how was it? Like, what made you addicted to the street? Like, made you want to go to the street in the beginning?
Seeing my mom working 24/7 for 13, 14 years throughout high school, and knowing that the NFL was going to be my way of taking her off her feet. And when that didn't work out, it was by any means necessary at that point. And in our community, everybody got some work, and that's what I took to.
When you got to work, do you think you still focused after you started getting the money, or you got like typical nigga, like, fuck that, now I'm finna flex and get the bitches and shit?
Well, I did that too, but I still put Mom Deuce in the crib and snatched me up 2 of them and handling my business. I was still taking care of just my community.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was impacting the whole city as well, just my crew, my people.
What made you start just really, really, really how you stay focused doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know it's, niggas have to come out their pocket, niggas got to use daytime. Like, how you stay focused and grounded and motivated to do this shit?
On what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
Knowing that can be my child getting in one of the police cars, or that can be my child up under one of the body bags. Knowing the position that I put other people's lives in, and being a part of a murder, and having to live with knowing that I played a role in that man's demise, and never being able to tell his mother that I'm sorry for what I did to cause that night.
Yeah.
Do you ever, along the journey of serving the community and talking to the youth, just kind of had them days where you're like, man, sometimes it feel like a lost cause, like just a lot of frustration, you know what I'm saying, where you feel like you might not be reaching like you want to.
Like, I had that feeling yesterday. I was getting off on the West End. I'm at the light. Now I hear my periphery. I see the motion, but I ain't tripping. I heard doop, 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 doop. And I look, buddy got a stick. I don't know what it was. I ain't trying to zoom in. But I pulled on off, dipped to the right, and got the hell on. And I'm sitting there like 3 p.m. And you in broad daylight at the gas station shooting across the street. I don't know who he was shooting at, but he was just gung-ho. And I'm sitting there in my head like, damn, am I really making a difference? Like, what's the problem? What's going on?
Yeah.
What you think put niggas in that mindset to just go out like that?
Man, niggas broke, hungry, and then probably got kids at the house. Probably just got chumped off by his old lady. His homeboy's up and he ain't. And just that envy, it just breed hatred and just that vicious mindset. Like, I ain't got nothing to live for.
So you think when any of us at this table pull up and just talk to them or do something for them, that helps the cause? Like, at least, man, somebody might give a fuck. Like,
yeah, when we pull up and we leave a phone number and we respond to a text or a call, that makes the difference.
Nah, you said some shit to me that made sense though. And you was like, shit, we trying to get the niggas who ain't already made their mind up.
Yeah.
Some of these niggas already done made up their mind.
Gone.
Like, how to reach them kind of niggas.
They got their mind made up?
Yeah.
Or we reach them when they hit Wright Street.
yeah,
When they get down there in Jackson.
their life experiences.
We reach them when they sitting there like, damn, I'm fucked up.
But just like, for instance, I was able to be a part of one of his programs that he does at one of the places like around the city. It's called an At Promise Center or whatever. So I had a chance to speak to the kids, to like a group of kids. I had a chance to interact with a group of kids and also come together with other entrepreneurs to like help put some stuff together for them. And I feel like those types of programs and those types of things is what's really making the difference. So I know you get discouraged or whatever, and like seeing that at 3:00 in the day kind of like is like, damn, like what's really going on? But you got to understand, like even like it's like two of those kids from the program and from like the program that you put me into, they still talk to me like on Instagram. They still send me stuff I posted for them or whatever from their businesses and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't even really think it was that big of a deal, but they really like just appreciated just the interaction, not even any money or anything that like you guys have done for them or anything like that. But it's just little things like that that give them the hope that they need to keep going on the road to be successful.
Absolutely. And just for them being able to say, she responded.
Yeah.
She who she say she is.
Right.
That makes them give them that much more strength to keep going, to carry on and be like, I'm gonna show them that I can do it too.
Yeah, and some people look at it like when you have to go and speak to kids and do activities with kids or, you know, young adults or whatever, like it's a chore. But sitting down to listen to their stories and to get to know what they've been through and to hear what they're trying to do is really refreshing. Like, it's not like it's something that's gonna, oh my God, take a whole lot of time out of your day. Like, once you do it once, you're gonna want to do it again. And it's gonna be something that's really gonna like make a difference for you as a person, even if you're going through some shit, to know that the same way that you're talking to them and you're helping them talking to you and like you knowing that you're making a difference with them can like help your shit tremendously.
Put things in perspective.
For sure.
Do you have any like biggest regret along your journey? Like, or do you take it all in as this is how I got here?
The only regret that I have is like my third year, because even in prison, I was the same dude. Everybody wanted to pull up on me, talk to me, get him a barber chair, just be in my presence, work out with me. And dude came to see me. He was mental health, and I was tired this day. And he was at the door, so he wanted me to come holler at him, but I was tired, so I like tell him I catch him out the chow call. Chow call never came. We was locked down for the rest of the day. My partner hung himself.
Damn.
So that fucked with me so hard, knowing that I probably was the bridge between him and suicide. So that shit be on my back damn near every day.
But you can't blame yourself for that though.
I can't, but you know, he had me my biggest regret.
What's the worst part about like trying to, you know, go clean and stay clean and be an activist? Like, what's the worst part of that shit for you?
One of my partners called me a police ass nigga. And I'm saying like, nigga, you know me. You know, like for real. And then I think about my granddaughter calling me grand. And I just
But what's a police ass nigga? Like, you don't be doing no police ass shit though, dude.
But you know, when you doing good and when you doing what you're supposed to do, you don't found your lane and you ain't over that. I ain't got that same garbage ass conversation no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about no hoes and cars and clubs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about these laws, restrictions, reform, and everything else that's going on in our community with the kids.
Yeah.
So he feels some type of way. So I was just like, all right, cool, that's what it do. And I had to go ahead and let that rolling off my shoulder.
Oh, he just saying like, just if a nigga like this shit so backwards. If a nigga trying to do something positive, now you a police ass nigga.
That's what I am.
That's where we at.
I ain't a man.
Yeah.
That's where we at.
So I go in the courtroom, juvenile. I'm a credible messenger. I can intercede on behalf of the juveniles on misdemeanor cases.
What that mean?
Credible messenger means I've been sworn in to go into the courtroom, and they're gonna take my expert advice on what a child need or what they can do.
Yeah.
So you can help niggas basically.
Damn right.
Yeah, we graduated. The last class that we graduated of the, how many kids was in that class? 16 or
60.
something?
It was 16.
Yeah, it was like 16 kids. They came through one of his programs in conjunction with the Fulton County court system, and they completed the program. They graduated. We threw a party for them,
No jail
like for
time.
their parents. They didn't have any jail time, and I think 14 or 15 out of the 16 kids left the program with jobs and like stable employment or
So
whatever.
what
It
happened
was
if
crazy.
you vouch for a nigga and he don't do what he supposed to be doing? What happened then?
They gonna lock his ass up. Just like when parole vouch for you, you get in trouble. You going back to jail.
So but you ain't gotta go turn a nigga.
No, they don't. No, hell no.
Yeah, he gotta fuck up on his
Yeah,
own.
exactly.
Yeah, fucked up.
Yeah,
like I'm
exactly.
saying, like if you seen, like say, if you seen early signs, like oh this nigga ain't listening. You ain't finna go tell them folks. Like you gonna keep trying to do what you need to do.
Yeah. So what I do before I go in there, I'm gonna go. I want to see your criminal history.
Okay.
I ain't put my stamp on just know anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that I go in there and do my own homework before I just go because the mama crying. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He don't rob 3 folks. They got a home invasion. Mama.
Come on now, mama.
Get
Come
you a
on
lawyer.
now, mama.
Yeah, you need a lawyer.
You don't need me.
For real. So that's how I do that. I try to do my own vetting.
Yeah.
I work hard to get this voice inside that courtroom. Yeah, most definitely.
To have it uncredibilized, if that's a word.
Like, but you that.
Yeah, for real. No, sir.
What's like one of the moments that really like damn, like you felt one of them kids, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like a story from a kid, you know what I'm saying?
The dude that I took to the studio, homeless, he left his mother in New Orleans to come up here to try to get on his feet so he can send for them, and he was just struggling living at the children's foster care home, and he took him to the studio. He on the MARTA bus playing his Bluetooth and giving a concert, lady recording, and he went viral. Lil Pharaoh, he doing shows now, got him a little agent, he doing good, man. It's just taking that time out, man. It didn't cost me nothing but about $40 worth of gas. Pick him up for the train station, take him to Slick Big Studio, and he put it on the track, and that man doing his thing now because somebody took the time to be a friend or a father or a role model.
Yeah.
I seen a post on your page where y'all giving y'all nigga hugs, but you was looking like, but they ain't never had a hug for their life.
Hey, man. And for me, I never had a hug from my father. And when I realized that at 40-something years old in counseling, that was
Part of your
me.
problem.
Yeah. Now I can speak on it from a masculine point and let the boys know that you're not alone. And when I asked who never had a hug from their father, half the room raised their hand. And the little boy, he didn't let go and I ain't let go. We just sitting there crying and praying and it went viral.
I be telling people that I'm a big hugger person. I'm big on hugs too. And it's like, it's not even just about the hug or the embrace. It's the transfer of that energy, like, and that comfort within that, like, wraparound. You know what I'm saying? That people don't understand is very important. Yeah.
Everybody responsible for their own actions and choices. But if you could, I don't want to use the word blame, but point a finger to the community and say, well, y'all just as much as the problem as the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, where would you point that finger?
The education, the information. And it's out there, but we ain't trying to get it. We like common sense. Don't nobody want to get the acquired sense. You got to go get it. That common sense, everybody just go get what's on their plate.
Well, I seen Dick Gregory say we want education over liberation. What you think? Like, I think we need some money first.
Yeah.
Shit so
You gotta add. That's what I was gonna say. You gotta add that to it too.
That's the main part about it, bro.
I think that you got to be educated on that money first. All we gonna do is hit
Fuck it
Linux,
up.
get some rims,
Blow.
Mark Chevy.
Blow.
And boy, now I need to hit a lick. I got to keep his image up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, now I'm crazy. This shit done made me crazy.
Yeah, that's
You're
why
right. You're right.
you gotta get that. So that's why we're gonna take some financial advisors into our programs and let these kids learn how to manage $50. And you know, we just take them, start off small until we get the backing that we need. We got to do what we got to do for hours.
But do you think it's a mental blockage though when a nigga so fucked up, got so much trauma, like he can't even learn, he can't even.
Yeah.
Shit generational
so.
too. This shit,
Yeah.
Some of that shit generational.
I think niggas be having so much shit going on in their mind and shit when they leave the house. By the time I get to school, I'm really just here just to
Just to be
escape
here.
that.
Yeah, PTSD.
You know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in them motherfucker really zoned out. I can't learn shit because I'm thinking about that shit.
Just seeing your mama get beat up.
All the
You
shit
get
I
up
gotta
all
go
night.
back to when I leave here. Like,
Yeah, that's major, and that's why I like to go meet the parents, go see the home life, so I know what I'm dealing with, so we can have a special arm
Plan
around
of
it.
attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't just do nothing with you in school. I need to see how you living, where you come from.
But I think we also got to look at, there's some people who came up out of that with no mentors, no help, no nothing. It also clicked in their head that, man, I'm gonna do something different.
That's that
The niggas
acquired.
still be fucked up a little bit too.
Oh
It
yeah,
don't-
I
it
ain't saying
still
they
go through it.
fixed. I
You
ain't
be
saying
done
they fixed.
you be done suppress that shit.
Yeah.
Like, niggas be still fucked up.
I can't shoot. I got PTSD like a motherfucker. I've been shot 3 times. Then the shit I experienced in prison and all the violence and everything. So, you know, like I don't sleep by 3 hours. And I'm cool with it and I learn how to live with it.
right.
But that shit, that still goddamn some undiagnosed shit that a nigga fucked up and don't even know what it.
Yeah.
Nigga just
I
try
go
to
to therapy
just
too.
tough.
I go to therapy.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I go talk.
Yeah, you got to.
I learned that in prison because
Shit.
the first time we don't held hands and prayed and cried because everybody got the same problem. I want to be free. I want to be with my family. We weren't doing that on the street prior to that. Let's be in the locker room football game, the Lord's Prayer, and we finna go. But just really pouring out, expressing what's going on and having an accountability partner or that band of brothers that I can lean on when this shit getting tough. You don't have that out here too tough. That's what I want to get these kids.
So let's talk about your degree. What was the road to you getting your degree, and what made you understand the importance of actually having it? And the third part is, how has it helped you since?
I got my degree through my acts of kindness in the community. I got an honorary doctorate degree, and that was a miracle within itself. And it's really catapulted me to the next level of just respect, as well as put me in the rooms with different people that can do more for our community than we can together. And for my kids, seeing me walk across that stage in that cap and gown, it was priceless. Because they see me go across that courtroom in them shackles, and now to come back 10 years later, and hey,
Yeah,
yeah, for real,
for
that,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
What's the biggest thing you feel like you still got to accomplish in order to, further push forward your journey?
Get that facility, the One More Question Life Center. It's gonna be open like the Waffle House. So no matter what time, a kid
24/7?
24/7.
They can just walk in?
Walk in, no red tape, don't care where you're from, who your parents are, what you got going on. We're gonna sit down and get you what you need.
Let me have a real conversation with you.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you feel about doing that and the potential that niggas could fuck it up? Just having a real conversation. Because I think it's a great idea. But niggas be fucking shit up.
But that's the thing, I can't let that stop me.
True.
Because I'm a nigga they said was a fuck up.
True.
Right.
But look at me now. Convicted felon. I got a proclamation on parole in the city of South Florida. I got my own holiday. On parole. Got a program in the APS. On parole. So I can't let that stop me, man, because there's some good ones out there.
You got to push forward.
And my faith in God know that this ain't even my assignment. I wouldn't have chose this shit on my own. For real. This, I wouldn't have chose this. It chose me.
What's the shit you do to, like, when you kiss some of them young niggas who just think they wild? What's the shit you do that makes them know, like, oh nah, this ain't like that kind of?
See, some of them I just let life spank them. Cause I got all kind of warnings right before I caught my case, but I'm like, I'm good. It was a drought, wasn't no work, so I'm chilling, grandmama. I'm chilling, mama. But everybody tell me, if I see police around you, buddy, you better slow down. So once life catch up with them, then they'll listen to me. Until then, but you can't do nothing with these young cats, especially if they getting their money. They don't need you. But when it hit the fan, though.
We was talking about this on another episode. How important do you think that the daddies and the father figures are for?
Yeah.
Number one.
Right.
Number one. You see the little boy with, well, my buddy has a 6-year-old son that does coding. He create video games. 6. Another little boy, 6, play football. But it's all about what the daddy pours into him. So, you know, the father's very important, especially for a male. Ain't nowhere around it.
Do you think that, like, black men might not know what they doing when they abandon their family or abandon that child? Like,
They
don't
know.
what
They
you
know.
said they do know?
Yeah, we know when we hit that blunt. We know when we hit that cocaine. We know when we hit that bill. We know leaving your child is going to leave him to the wolves.
And that can in turn fuck up other people's lives.
Absolutely.
Too.
Going to.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Yeah. That's deep, man.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Gotta have them daddies around.
Got to. Even if your baby mama trip, you still got to fight for that visitation, for that availability.
That kind of hard though.
What's hard about it?
Some of them women, they make that shit impossible. I done seen some
Yeah,
niggas
they
go
do.
through that shit.
No, for sure. But I mean, in that case, the woman is hurting the family just
That's
as
what
much.
I'm saying. Like, you using the baby like a pawn or a bargaining chip. That shit, bro.
That's why you
got
gotta
to
go get naturalized.
What's that?
I mean, I might have said it wrong, but it's when you have
legitimized.
Legitimized.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
I'm sorry.
it's better than not saying nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them legitimized.
So you can have just as many rights as the custodial parent.
Equal.
But just think about this though. I'm just playing devil advocate. I ain't saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying, but what nigga going down there and talking to them folks about anything?
Right.
A daddy going, I went down there.
I know. I'm just saying, but you had them became a man. I'm talking about this nigga.
Oh yeah.
Who just ain't still in the street, still trying to do this, still doing that, still. I ain't trying to go down there and get on them folk mind about no nothing.
Yeah, and you know it's crazy. My son, he's 21, and probably if I wasn't here in his life, he wouldn't be going down there on his own because he's arguing about the time he get with his kid. You just the baby daddy right now, buddy.
Yeah,
you got to go get him legitimized. You got to go down and put yourself on child support if you want to have to say so.
Yeah, you saying so that's the way. Nigga just go down and put himself on child support and ask for what you want.
That's it. They're gonna even it up,
and that way you'll be able to make your demands.
Yeah.
See, that's beautiful. There's people watching that's gonna know that now. That we touch.
Absolutely.
We don't know, and probably would be able to go do it.
If you have a baby out of wedlock, that baby belongs to that mother. And if you die, if the mother dies, that baby is going to the custody of her parents, not you, daddy, on the birth certificate. If you're not legitimized,
Right.
Even if your name on the birth certificate,
it don't even matter. They go to the grandparents. Yeah, state of Georgia.
If y'all not, I think it's different than get married, but if
You're married, you're legitimized already.
Exactly.
damn, I ain't know that.
Yeah. So some people be taking care of the kid, doing everything they got to do, then some shit might happen, and it is their kid, but they can't even.
Yeah, you ain't
Now
got
have
no
no
say
type of say so.
You can't say operate or don't operate. You ain't got no say so, buddy.
That's cold.
Crazy. So do you? How much do you partake in? Do you listen to the music, like the current
Yeah,
music?
I do.
Yeah. What you like?
What I like? What music I like? R&B, pretty much. I listen to a little rap. I like Baby, a couple songs. I like T.I., Troy. I like a lot of little music, but I can't just listen to it. I can't ride around and just beat it. I'm gonna catch 2 or 3 songs and I'm good. Yeah, a couple of them I'm good.
Yeah.
So let's get into Behind the Trap.
Behind the Trap.
Let's talk about it.
That was me, Big Trap.
Big old trap.
You know? Trap was a maniac. He was a pretty wild guy.
Grab it for him.
Yeah, pretty wild guy. This was going to be my obituary. I didn't think I was going to live to 20 years. So I wanted my sons to know exactly who I was and what I was about. And
Damn, for real?
yeah. So I ended up turning into a book when I got out. Another part 2 coming out because everything that I'm doing now. But Behind the Trap, this is my life story. From college to I caught my case, the lifestyle I lived in prison. But I wanted them to know who Travis Barber was instead of Trap. You know?
You put it in a film?
That's next.
Okay.
That's next. Baby steps for me. You know, I'm a one-man show.
I need like a part. I need to play like the
you read the
auntie
book
or
yet?
like.
You read the book yet?
I'm halfway through it.
Okay, cool. You good.
Halfway
You
through. I haven't
definitely
finished
gotta
it yet, but I'm halfway
roll.
through.
You gotta roll.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
You did the audio?
I haven't did audio yet. I'm gonna get one from my brothers who don't like to read. Yeah, me. All right, cool. I got you.
Listen to audios.
Hey, I got you, most definitely. That thing that nasty. I did the documentary too. The documentary should be coming on Amazon Prime. We're getting all the specs together now. I did a documentary to just give a backdrop of where I come from, what happened, who I hurt, and who I've helped along the way, so they have an understanding of who I am when they do see the movie and read the book.
That's big.
What you tell somebody that just feel like they got a dark cloud over their head? Like, what's the first thing you tell somebody that just feel like that dark cloud over their head and it won't leave them?
Oh yeah, you're in a good place, God. I know somebody got a casket over their body, a whole door.
Okay.
You know, for real, you got just a cloud. You in a great
Right.
place.
Cloud is better.
Yeah, you feel me?
Cloud is better than casket.
They motherfucking
Boy,
fool.
what? Yeah, you talking about?
Yeah, cloud is better.
Don't got dirt on top of it.
Boy, you
Yeah,
up out of here. I tell them cats all the time, man, there's some cats that's praying for your problems. That's real shit. I know a bunch of them that's praying for our problems. So them dark clouds, that's really what made me the man that I am. I wouldn't have went to prison. I'd probably already be dead or something. Start using my own shit or something. Ain't no telling. But I wasn't gonna have this type of knowledge or this type of drive to go back into the community that I once exploited and destroyed to help rebuild it and give the information and even partner with Impact and going into the county jails, getting the people that who hasn't been convicted, the absentee ballot. People who on parole, they don't know that they can still vote as long as they don't own a fine. I just want to be the beacon of light while I'm here to just make a difference and a bigger, greater impact.
That's hard.
That's all right. What you got coming up?
Appreciate you. We took out. We gone.
What you got coming up?
What I got coming up? Working with the DA's office, Miss Willis, and her assistant. We going into the schools and into the community to do the record expungement. Going with Captain White with Cobb County. He has a domestic violence center that they're open. I'll be mentoring the kids, and in Henry County, Sheriff Kendrick, working with him as well as his S3 program. I'm just trying to be in every position, man, to help our people, all people, get a better understanding of what's really going on when they do break the law, and it ain't the end of your life. When you do get a sentence, I want them to know that turn your diary into a novel.
Right.
Yeah.
There it is. Big shout out, Dr. Travis Barber.
Yeah.
Follow him on social media. Make sure y'all check out the book. Hold up the book one more time for him.
Behind the Trap. It's on Amazon.
On Amazon. Make
Yes,
sure y'all
sir.
check that out. You know what I'm saying? And salute to you for coming.
Thank
having
you.
This important conversation. Check us out too, www.bigfactspod.com.
Salute.
You're listening to Big Facts with Big Bank and DJ Scream.
Coming to you from the Trap Music Museum, Big Bank, Baby Jade, DJ Scream is here. We're about to have a conversation with the one and only Stack on Big Facts right now. Give it up for Stack.
Yeah.
What's up, my brother? How you feeling?
Man, slow motion. I can't complain, man. Happy to be here. Congratulations on what you guys got going, bro.
Salute to you, man. Let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, you give yourself your own proper introduction to who Stack is, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of your history, a little bit what you got going on now, and everything like that.
I'm just a humble servant, my brother. That's all. But born and raised in California, San Diego. Been out here in Atlanta over 20 years. Went to college out here.
Which college?
I went to Morris Brown back in the days.
Gotcha.
Back in the 90s. Came out here for a minute, went to Morris Brown, left, went back to California, started dabbling with the little music industry, and came back to Atlanta in 2001. So been out here, for about over 20 plus years out here.
Mm-hmm. At what point, I guess, between the HBCU and the music industry, at what point of that journey did you run into your legal issues?
Shit, I really, probably about in 2000, I caught my case in March 2014.
Okay.
So, I've been, ducking and dodging for a while, but then, life happens and you got to sit down and you got to reevaluate some things,
And then coming out of that, like, what was your mindset to say, man, I'm going to come out of this stronger and bigger and better and wiser and basically make sure I don't have to go through this shit again?
When I always tell a person, it ain't about if, it's about when something happened to you and how you react and respond to any situation. So when I came home in January 2020, so I had a chance to sit down and change my whole perspective, man. Sometimes life will sit you down, and if you get it, you'll make the right decision when you come home. So when you out here in the streets and you're doing your 1-2, you ain't got to worry about no bills. You ain't got to worry about Only thing you're worried about is your freedom. But if you use your time right, you got to put a plan together. So that's what I did, man. I really sat down and just reevaluated some things and put things in perspective.
So when you had caught your case and they sentenced you, and during the period of time that you were incarcerated, you applied for the First Offender Act. I mean, it was the first offender or first step?
First offender, but the judge don't have to give it to you. A lot of that shit I didn't know. The judge, you asked him for the first offender, but they denied it because of the amount of work I had. So there's like, not in this case, but it's all up to the judge. So, basically, when the judge told me 30 to 15, I didn't know nothing about none of this shit. My attorney was telling me 5 years, and that's a 30-year time for a nonviolent drug charge. And so the judge was like, they was laughing at my sentence, talking about first offender, not for that amount of work you got. You know what I mean? So they denied it. They denied it, but it's something.
So it's basically at their discretion.
Basically, yep.
Okay. And then when you did get sentenced, I know that you got out 2020, correct? Mm-hmm. And once you got out, you're still on, is it 10 years of probation or 25 total? It's
a total of 25 because out of that 30, when they say do a 30-year time, which is 5 years, the rest is all paperwork. So they wanted me to do 10 years parole, which I've been home almost 4 years now. So basically 10 years parole. Then after my parole, it's like, okay, you done with parole, nigga. Now give me 15 years of probation and a $600,000 fine. You know what I mean?
So explain to people what's the difference between parole and probation.
Parole, you still under the Department of Corrections. You know what I mean? Like you still
locked up.
You're still locked up. Like out here in Cali, we say you walking with a long tail. So it's like you still, any little hiccup you do, shit, they send you back to the pen for anything. Probation, it's easier to get off probation. Parole, they want you to do that whole thing. And like, I didn't know this at the time. I was, this is my first offense. I made it through the cracks from gang banging in California to making it out here. But all my partners went through it. So it's like, now I understand, like, damn, but I know people that's in different states, they get slapped on the wrist, parole, especially even the Fed, cause I did state time. In the Fed, you do it, give them about 2 years, I'm coming home off parole, they let you off that paperwork, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Like, since you've been home, what's the difference? You feel like, what's the difference in your life?
Man, really black, it's like, just the way you move, everything you do now, you got to make calculated moves now. Everything you do, you got to be careful of the people that you're around, you know what I mean? Because any little hiccup, they send you back to the pen. So, like, the things that you thought was important back then ain't important no more, you know what I mean? Like, you try to realize we on borrowed time out here, man. So everything we do, it got to make sense. You got to do it with a purpose now,
Do you see where you were like, damn, where I got caught up at? Like, was it greed? Was it goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go sit down and do your time, it be like, damn, if I would have been greedy or if I would have just all that one more chance shit, like where you feel like you fucked up at?
Man, I should have been washing my hands, homie. I've been knowing you for a long time, homie. And you told me something a while back. You said when you're on the other side, you blind, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going to happen when it's coming from that other end. You know what I mean?
What you mean? Hold on, you got to get to them. What you said?
Like basically when you're receiving, you don't know what's going on with the senders. You know what I mean? And you told me a while back, homie. You said, them the Migos, they dirty. You know what I mean? They do you in without a second, without even the second guessing.
And that's what happened.
Basically, yeah. But I had a lot of people relying on me, black. You know what I mean? I had a lot of people I was feeding and taking care of, man. People's family, and they depended on me for a lot of things. And I wasn't loud with doing my 1-2, you know what I mean? I was, fucking with the music, doing my 1-2, staying out the way. But man, I think I should have been washing my hands, homie, you know what I mean? But everybody don't realize, man, that getting that money is an addiction. Just like a dope fiend. Dope fiend, they addicted. You can't knock a dope fiend because when you're getting that money, man, you having financial freedom. You could go where you want to go. You could do what you want to do. You know me, I used to go out the country, man. I'm in Dominican, I'm in Colombia, taking trips. And the experience I got to travel, that's priceless, bro. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Even my whole sit down, I know some of my partners got knocked off. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm thankful, homie. I ain't got no complaints for real, homie. I'm thankful, man.
When it comes to criminal justice reform, what do you think is the most pressing issue?
Man, I see out here, I'm speaking in the state of Georgia. They look at you as a number, homie. They look at you as a number when you locked up behind the system. And I think what you guys are doing, speaking on it, you guys gotta, you gotta have knowledge about it. Cause again, a lot of people don't know what's going on. They don't know about, getting out here and catching a case, and they don't know about these public defenders gonna wash them up. So it's all like, it's a setup for us, man. Like we behind the 8 ball, man. Scream, we need to educate people more about it, because, man, you don't know about this. I didn't know about my judge told me I'm doing 5 years. I mean, my attorney told me I'm doing 5 years. Homie, I was looking at 5 years. When that judge said 30 through 15, nigga, my whole life flashed in front of me. But I can't let them motherfuckers see me break.
So you didn't have no prior from your lawyer that this
Nah.
Wow.
He didn't tell me none of that. He said, you looking at 5 years. He ain't telling me about all that time on paperwork. But see, I'm thinking money could buy me off.
You had a paid lawyer or a public defender?
Paid lawyer. I had a paid lawyer.
That's crazy.
And my shit happened in Cobb County. It's dirty.
Well.
It was a good old boy system, man. And I gave my attorney $25,000, and because once it decided to stay state, I got rid of my federal attorney because we thought it was going to be a Fed case. And again, I didn't know the Feds have the right to take it or not take it. And in my mind, I'm thinking I'm already doing Fed time. When they said it stay in state, I said, okay, shit. Everybody like, you winning. I think Black, you told me that. You said, nigga, that's good to stay state. I'm like, nigga, now I look back at it, but like, damn, I wish the Fed. It worked out the way it's supposed to work out, but I had the slightest idea, homie. When they said 30. Nigga, I said, damn, but you got to stand strong, nigga. You know what you signed up for, so you know how it go.
Yeah.
So with that and standing strong, and I ask people this that have been on their vacations, like, when you see so much not standing strong, then what kind of nerve is that striking you? Like, people who don't stand strong,
man. It's a trip, man, because we living in a society now where motherfuckers okay that shit. You know what I mean? When motherfuckers fold up under pressure. And it's like, nigga, you know what you sign up for. Even these little youngsters banging out here in the streets, or, it's a lot of that going on, and people accepting it, and they still dapping a nigga up. You know what I mean? I can't condone it. You know what I mean? Like, you look at a lot of people that do some time back in the days, and I ain't gonna speak on another man's, without seeing no paperwork, but, a nigga get offered 30 years, and nigga do 10 or 15, but don't know he told to get that 10 to 15, and you be like, oh, that nigga solid, you know what I mean? But come on, do your homework and see why he really told, why he got that 10 to 15, and nigga was offered 30 or 40, you know what I mean? So it's all, I can't, anybody out here who, what you sign up for, you know what I mean? You know what you sign up for.
They came at you with that shit, though, when you first went down there?
It's crazy, right? When the state trooper pulled me over, he was like, look, nobody know what you got pulled over. He said, tell us what's what. I'm like, huh? I'm like, man, that's what attorney's for. He's like, oh, this your first offense? You only looking at about 25 years, you know what I mean? So, and then one of the attorneys, the federal attorney, he said something. He was like, man, look, you don't have no choice but to cooperate. I said, motherfucker, you ain't even looked at my goddamn case.
Jones? That was Jones?
Nah, it was what's his name? The nigga was, he worked with the dude, Jerry Froelich.
Yeah.
He had I forgot his name. He is a retired officer, so I forgot his name. And I said, nigga, that's why you. I said, no, I'm done. I think you was sitting down at Benny Hanna's, and I said, nah, I got rid of dude because boy that got the
Jerry Froelich.
His homeboy, I forgot dude's name. He's out of Cobb County, but he is like, you ain't got no choice. I said, man, you fired. That's why I hired Jim Berry out of Cobb County, because this motherfucker talking about cooperating. I'm like, nigga, like we ain't even gotta discuss this no more. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing else for us to talk about. You know what I mean? So. And that's what they do. They get a motherfucker like who weak, and a motherfucker fold who ain't never been in that situation. You know what I mean? But like, no, I stand 10 toes down, homie.
Would you say to a young nigga like, the streets is the dead end? Like, if you can, stay out the streets, right? Would you say that to them, or do you think that some people just got to go through the streets to open up other doors and learn certain shit on their journey?
I mean, I say do what's best for you, homie, because we don't know everybody's situation. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna never tell a nigga not to do it if I ain't got nothing to offer him, you know what I mean? Like, offer these little young niggas some opportunities to do something, you know what I mean? That's why I said I don't knock these little young niggas out here making music. Like, a lot of people don't like this new generation of music. I mean, these little niggas getting these checks, but you gotta maximize it. When you get that money, nigga, do something with it. Take care of your people and put them on. And it's all about trying to have financial freedom the right way, because nigga, this goddamn, the streets, it's a circle. It's gonna set you up. If you get in and get out. You know what I mean? I should have been washing my hands. I mean, I had a good run. I was in and out, but again, I had people relying on me. I'm feeding people in other states and other cities. So it was hard. It's easy to say get in, get out. But when you got financial freedom, nigga, you can go touch $100-some thousand cash, $200-some thousand cash. nigga, that's hard to, you know what I mean? I'm mad that I didn't make no investments, homie. I didn't have nobody to really guide me and school me to show me how to.
Financial literacy.
Yeah, I didn't have nobody like that. I've been around when Meech was doing this thing. I said the same thing. I've been around when he went to sign Life back in the day. He's like, yo, Stack, tell Life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, homie, it's all a learning experience, homie. It's all about what you go through. Like, again, we all gonna face something in life, homie. It's how you gonna react and respond when you faced with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's the worst part about the current modern day street culture?
Man, they don't respect the OGs. It's no, these niggas don't respect the code. You know what I mean? Like for the motherfuckers who paved the way. You know what I mean? The younger generation, you gotta go sit down and talk to your big homies and really see what's up. Let them lace you up. You know what I mean? Because when your little homies is disrespecting the big homie, or the big homie ain't, it's
most
no
of the time
code.
the big homie disrespecting themselves.
Yeah, that's right too.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yeah.
these niggas done went past the code. These young niggas ain't respecting that shit.
Yeah, they definitely ain't. And see, when I go back home to Cali, my nigga, the little young niggas like gangster. I told you, the homie, he removed himself because these little young niggas is he live by the code. You know what I mean? We come up in the sandbox together. Even like from Suge, they don't look. These young niggas don't fear Suge no more. You know what I'm saying? They look at him like, oh nigga, you a joke. You know what I mean?
Nigga ready to bust you.
Man,
These young niggas ready to bust your ass up.
I already know.
They don't care nothing about no reputation.
And so, but they knocking each other off, homie. Scream, we so strong, homie, as a unit. You know what I mean? Like even when I was in the pen, niggas respected me in the penitentiary because I know how to carry myself, homie. I come from a school, or you know what I'm saying? They lace my tennis shoes up real well, but homie, I don't think they live by these same rules. And these little niggas is telling. I think telling is a big thing going on right now.
The biggest thing.
Them niggas, hey, him did it. That's the first thing. Him did it. You know what I mean? But then the social media fucking a lot of people up too. I just saw something on TV the other day where what's the little young nigga name out of New York? Him and Offset was beefing about something. Like nigga, you don't get on camera, nigga. If you gotta do something, do it, nigga. But you know what I mean? Like. Right. And dude seem like a pretty solid dude, but it's like, nigga, sometimes you tell on yourself, my nigga. You know what I mean? If you gonna do something, nigga, we ain't gotta parade it. You know what it is. So,
Were you on social media like way back then before your bid and everything?
Man, I had a Facebook page or like that, but it's like right now, I feel like if I got something to promote, I'll get on there and I know eventually I'm gonna have to get an Instagram page because I want to do the social move. I want to talk about criminal justice reform. I want to talk about this shit, and I really want to have a platform, but I don't want to do it just for no likes. I don't want to be looking at nobody's page, homie. It's a sense of urgency now, Scream, homie. We ain't got time to play right now. It's about building generational wealth, homie. Thinking long term, stability, foundation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So speaking of generational wealth and the future and all that kind of stuff, go ahead and tell people who might not be familiar with what you're doing now about like everything that you have going on now, because you got some really big major shit going on.
Yeah, I see you all the time on set. You know what I mean? That's you doing big things. But I came home in January 2020, and like 2 months after that, homie, it was a pandemic. COVID hit. I said, damn, everybody talking about nigga lockdown. I said, nigga, I just came off a lockdown. Nigga, I think we're gonna have fun. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, how am I gonna get some money now? Because I got the money the other way, so I'm sitting there just waiting, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I had my CDL license for a long time, but I never used them. You know what I mean? When Jamal had the little trucking company, I never put them to use. You know what I mean? But so I'm thinking like, what am I gonna do? And one of my partners is Faison Love. He from my hometown, and Tashina Arnold is like, you still got your
Big Worm.
Yeah. He from home. He's the hometown from Dago, man. Him and Tashina Arnold. And
Pam.
Yep. Yeah, that's the homegirl.
Yeah.
And then Storm Reed's mom, they all in the industry. Storm,
Right.
Robin. I don't know if you know Robin.
Yeah.
So they telling me, they like, you got your CDL license, man, you need to get on with the Teamsters. I'm like, what the fuck is a Teamster? You know what I mean? I'm like, this is right after the strike. So after the pandemic, I'm sitting around like, my money going like this. The money I had saved up is going smaller and smaller. I'm like, oh shit, about to force my hand. I'm like, what am I gonna do? And so they was like, you need to get your Teamsters. You need to get on with the Teamsters. Some good money, you know what I mean? So and so. And somebody's like, Barry, go apply. And I'm like, okay. So I applied. It's a little spot over here off by Lakewood. What's that? Lakewood 166. Okay. That's where the headquarters of the Teamsters is. So I don't know nothing about the Teamsters. They say you got to pay $1,800. You got to get a copy of DM. $1,800 ain't giving you a guaranteed job, homie. It's like you pay $1,800 and you might get on. So I'm like, man, I'm not finna get, nigga, I ain't got $1,800 just to give away. And someone said, fuck it, you know what? Just go try it. Took him down there, took him $1,800. I slept in the car. I never did this before, homie. I said, you know, I've been transferred on buses in prison for X amount of hours, been in the hole and all that. What's it going to take to go sit in the car for a minute? Had everything, got me a pillow, slept in the car. It was a long-ass line to apply because this was the first time the Teamsters was hired since 2017. So paid that $1,800. Shit, I got on work and my first show was like The Residents with, what's my man's name? This is a Fox show. They act like they doctors or something like that.
Doogie Howser?
I don't know. I was just driving.
No, I'm sorry.
I was just driving.
What you do like?
So transportation. I'm in the transportation department. So we might pull trailers that the actors be in. We the first ones on the set. We're the last ones to leave. You know, if we filming right here, and then tomorrow we got to fill in downtown Atlanta. We got to get all the equipment.
Move all the trailers and
and then or sometimes
the big white truck.
The big white truck. Some of the big ones. There's so many different departments. You could drive the actors personally. You could drive the trailers. You could do stuff with sound. You could do stuff with electric. There's so many different departments, but it's some good little money, man. You can make anywhere $5,000 a week. You can make $3,000 a week, and it's health benefits is good. It's some good money for a person that want to live right. Like it's not an average job. Like I told you, I done worked on BMF. That's why I always see Jade on there. I worked on BMF. I worked on Underdogs, a movie with Snoop Dogg and Mike Epps. I done worked on Kingdom Business, a BET show. And I done built some great relationships with the actors, with the directors. So it's, you put me in position, you put me with the worst of the worst and the best of the best. And it's like, I really had a good opportunity to meet some good people on them sets, man.
So how is that? I'm sorry. So how is the strike affecting you guys right now?
Man, everybody going through it. Going through it. I'm talking about people losing like a lot of drivers calling me like, man, Stack, can you help me get a job? Do this? Cause I got some good connections with some people, and I can call an artist and get on the road and do some road management work. But they like, man, can you help me get a job? Everybody, it's fucked up, Jay. Like,
why they on strike?
More money. The actors, the writers, they trying to. And I'm new to all this, Black. You know what I mean? I'm like, shit. So when they say strike, I know how to roll my sleeves up, homie. I'm not gonna just depend on the Teamsters or the film, but. It's like they want
a lot of
money.
people. That's all they got.
Also, the whole film industry on strike.
Yeah, everybody. Everybody going through it. Black, like. Nigga.
And another thing too that I saw that was like extremely disrespectful from my perspective is how they were trying to basically say that during the strike they were going to replace the people that have been working this hard all their lives with like some artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And pay them more than they were paying the people, the human people.
I heard about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard about it. Man, people out here got family and needs. They got to take care of like the directors and like the A-list actors. They good. They can sit back. They can take their trips. You know what I mean? I know it might affect them, but for the ones who just now struggling, that's trying to get on, man, that's. Motherfuckers out here getting fucked up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all bad, but I know how to. Again, it ain't the best, but I got collateral. If I need to sell some of these Rolexes, if I need to, you know what I mean? Hey, this ain't nothing, Jay. I'll let this shit go. That's what it's for. I don't care about none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I know how to survive. Homie. When you've been in the trenches, the bottom of the bottom, you know what I mean? Like,
gotta survive.
You know how to survive. You know what I mean?
I'm buying this shit just in case I have to sell it.
Listen, I don't care about none of that shit, man. That's all material shit.
All this shit cushion.
You know what I mean? So shit. But I know we supposed to get back rolling probably about, hopefully they saying by January, you know what I mean? And
damn, that's still a long time.
It's a long way. It's a long way. But, you just got to, they offer a little bit of small assistance for Teamsters. I can't speak of how they do with the actors, the hair and makeup and all that, you know what I mean? But they offer us a little help, a little incentives to just get us to get by. But it ain't like them $3,000-$4,000 checks coming every week, you know what I mean? So,
right.
No.
So what's the ultimate goal for you? Like, what's your next big win? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's a win being free and changing everything around, but what's your next big win?
Definitely, I'm in the process trying to get off parole. I just submitted a package to the parole board last weekend. Once I get off parole, I can start traveling more because, traveling is like, it's therapeutic to me, bro. Like just going to different countries and just meet people from different backgrounds. So once I get off parole, if I get off this, hopefully I should be hearing something in the next couple months about getting off parole. And then once I get off probation, but I want to travel. I want to get to these prisons and speak. I want to get to these juvenile facilities, go to Metro RYDC out here in Atlanta and start at these elementary schools. I mean, not the elementary schools, the high schools and talk to them. It's like, it's a difference between sympathy and empathy, homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, so when you've been through it, you could get a nigga to get up here and talk who ain't never been through the system and everything. They probably have some family members, but nigga, when you've been through it, nigga, that's my passion. I get up here and I can speak about this shit all day because it's like, nigga, I want to say the next month, I might not be able to get them all, homie, but I get out there and you put me around the worst of the worst little niggas. And I'm going to go out there and speak and tell them what it is, homie. You know, like if you get an opportunity, get in and get out if that's what you're going to get in. Because I ain't going to say don't do it. I'm going to just say, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. Like, nigga, get in. Because some people in a situation, that's what they got to do right now. You know what I mean? But I'm going to just try to give them the real deal. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little youngster that I was mentoring, man. He locked up right now, but it's like his environment. He come from the trenches, my nigga. You know what I mean? 5 brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? A 2-bedroom apartment. When I left the streets, I had him under my wing. I used to look out for him. When I left, I kind of lost him in the system. You know what I mean? So my end game, man, just to get out here and speak. And if you guys got something going, y'all need me to help and come talk to somebody, man, I'll do it anytime. I'll show up anytime, man.
So they let you come to the schools on parole and shit?
Nah, you could get by it, but it's a process you got to go through. I'm trying to go speak at Metro RYDC right now, and they say they got to go. You know, it's just like waivers and stuff you got to sign. But I speak over at Atlanta Refuge, you know, the city of Refuge over here. I go over there and speak to some of them brothers making transitions. You know what I mean? And you know, me and Loon and my brother Amir, we do a lot of speaking. We go around and do a lot of speaking. He off parole though, so.
Yeah, that process is very tedious because I started doing that last year too, like going into the jails and, you know, like the schools aren't really as tedious as it is like when you're going into the correctional facilities. But once you get past that, like you can pretty much go anywhere and do anything and like really get in there and make a difference for real.
But they pay now. It's all kind of grants where you go out here and get money, homie, like to really go speak in these prisons.
Yeah, the schools pay too.
Yeah. So
the schools pay too.
And somebody told me like, man, Stack, don't speak for free.
Right.
You know, but it's like my mindset, free might could bring a fee. You know what I mean? Like I go up there, but everybody like Stack, they paying people, giving people grants.
Nah, but I mean, you gotta like go like the first 1 or 2 times. You gotta start, and then once you're able to show that, like, okay, this is what I'm able to do, and this is how I'm able to captivate these kids, or you know, these inmates, or you know, the community that's incarcerated or whatever. Then you can demand, you know what I'm saying, your worth, basically.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why I went to that. Where'd you guys have a booth? What's the thing that just passed? The
Invest
Festival. And I saw, brother Jeremy Anderson, and I know him and Eric Thomas. They be getting paid. They get paid a lot of money to speak, do motivational speaks. And I'm like, shit. We could go up there and get like, you know what I mean? We could go up there and speak, but they have a different audience. But you know, it's like. But like again, it's that sympathy and empathy. They speak that message, they motivate, and they do a good job. I'm not knocking the brothers, but we've been through it. You know what I mean? We know what it's like for real to get up here and speak, and they cutting big checks. So that's why I said, what you guys doing, man? Like this, a lot of times you guys just dropping so many jewels on here, man. I'd be like, damn, that's a beautiful thing. So eventually, you know what I mean? I done got approached about to do a couple podcasts. So if I get something going, man, I'm gonna just, you know, it's all about in life. We can't cheat the process. We got to trust it. So I'm just trusting the process, just showing up, man, and staying consistent. You know what I mean?
Are you a reader? You read?
Yeah, I read a lot. Yeah, I read a lot.
If you could recommend one book that's like life changing for somebody, what would you recommend?
Let me see. My one book. It's a book out by, I forgot the brother's name. It's called. He's talking about Martin and Malcolm. I can't think of the name of it. It's A Dream and a Nightmare or something like that. I want to say, I forgot the author's name, but I read it back in the pen. But it was like, you know, when it be Martin or Malcolm, you know what I mean? It's like talking about their lives that had combined, but I can't think of that name right now, man. I can't think of it. It was a book somebody recommended to me when I was in the pen. I read it, but it was life changing. It's A Dream or a Nightmare or something like that. But it's it's a great read. I recommend anybody to read it. But I love reading about a person's autobiography about their life, what they've been through. And you know, telling their story, how they just came through adversity and made it out. You know what I mean?
By James Cone.
Yeah, James Cone. Yeah, what is it? Dream or Nightmare?
Yeah, Martin and Malcolm.
Yeah.
And American, A Dream or a Nightmare.
So you know, they both played a major role in our lives. You know what I mean? Because like right now, we ain't got no major leaders out here that's in position that's willing to die for this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so. We got work to do. It's our job. You know, you guys got platforms, you know what I mean, to go here and speak and, you know, invite people on to, you know, that's really ready to step up to the plate. You know what I mean? Like I ain't afraid to, you know, speak for mine. So
you got to be squeaky clean to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be all the way clean to just jump out there like that. Because soon as you know, they try they try to dig into you and find the worst and what you call it, decredit.
Discredit.
Yeah. They gonna discredit you by pulling up, you know, shit that you probably did before you became that.
Man, but you know what, Black, you know, you got to stand on what you stand on in life. You know what I mean? Like, my past will make us who we are. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes people wait till late in the game to try to jump off the porch. Like, nigga, don't wait till it's too late to jump off the game, but it make you who you are, build character. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of what I did in the past because it made me who I am. You know what I mean? From banging to hustling to doing all I did, homie. It shows you who you really are. You know what I mean? And you got to still have that, like Black. I know you. I seen you grow, homie. I seen you mature, homie. You ain't who you used to be, but you still bite. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you still bite, and it's like you just move different now. People respect your mind. You know what I mean? So you don't have to go back and be who you are. But you know, like, don't test me. That's still in me, nigga. You know what I mean? But it's like when you get older, you get wiser, bro. And it's like the decisions you make, you can know it's consequences now. You know what I mean? Like, damn, okay, if I do this, you got to think about the consequences. So now in the penitentiary, a nigga call you a punk, nigga call you a faggot, you got to whoop a nigga's ass. You know what I mean? A nigga can't try you in there. Now you have the ability. That's some real shit. Some real shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Out here, you got to pass, nigga, because you ain't gonna take it where I'm gonna take it too. So nigga, you got to, nigga, you know what I mean? Just don't put your hands on me, my nigga.
Real
So
shit,
it's about maturity now. The old nigga,
exactly.
A nigga would have like, okay, come on, homie, let's take this one. You know what I mean? But now it's like, nigga, you got that. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I got stuff to live for now, nigga. You still in the self. A lot of people stuck, homie, and they look at you who you used to be. You know what I mean? I'm pretty people probably still look at you like, oh, the old Black. You know what I mean? Duct tape. You know what I mean? This, that, another. You know, it's like they don't see the elevation, the growth, the maturity. You know what I mean? So it's like, homie, I'm just thankful, homie. Every day, Scream on some real shit, homie.
Real shit.
You know
Everything extra, though. I be sending
man,
niggas, man, every
man.
day extra, bro.
Man.
Every breath I take after saying this is extra, bro.
Yeah, come on, homie.
Real shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Salute to you, man. We appreciate the
Always,
conversation.
man.
Let everybody
Appreciate
know you
y'all.
don't have no social media, so if they want to catch up with what you got going on.
Man,
how
they
can
can
do that?
they can hit Black, they can hit Jade, they can hit
Just hit the line.
And if it's something
Hey,
important, you know what I
push
mean?
through.
Like, you know what I mean? But eventually I'm gonna get tapped in with social media, homie. But I just got a lot of work to do out here. You know what I mean? I got work to do, and I feel like I'm not saying social media gonna knock me off my square, but homie,
It's a distraction, definitely.
Yeah. So
We gonna get you back once you get off the road, man. So we got a real.
Oh yeah. I got a couple. You know what I mean? So this is real. This is, you know.
Yeah, you know.
We got a part 2. Yeah. You know, without smoking. You know what I mean? I know what
You know
it is.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
Stack.
always, man. I
For
appreciate
sure.
y'all. Appreciate y'all. Always, man.
Salute to Stack.
Always.
The Big Facts, www.bigfactspod.com. Let's go.
Salute.